So we went to K-Town Toy and Collectible Show this weekend in Sturtevant, Wisconsin. We went with a couple of our good friends, Justin and Ellie. Justin's been on the grind and hunt for a bunch of different sweet comic books. I'm talking like the horror comics, the messed up comics, like Faust and things like that. He's super into that, so we're trying to find a bunch of those, along with horror figures and everything like that. So I got a little bit of video footage of a bunch of the cool stuff that they had there. They had an insane amount of Funko Pops, that's for sure. I counted 6 million. How many did you count? I phased out of the Funko Pop collecting compared to what I used to be like, but I still find some cool ones that I wouldn't mind having here and there that I get. These right here were a bunch of cool, like retro nostalgic type Funko Pops I really enjoyed to look at, like McDonald's, cereal brands, chip brands, cartoon, all that jazz. And of course, we got the Pokemon stuff right here. Man, I used to love HeroClix. Me and a couple buddies used to play HeroClix at some comic shops on Saturdays. It's such an awesome game. Let me know in the comments if you've ever played HeroClix. Of course, we got some VHS, some DVDs, and things like that. Nothing really piqued my interest VHS-wise today, except for one pickup that I got. I'll show you later. Here we got a lot more cool toys. They actually had a pretty cool selection of horror toys to look at. But now I'm mad as hell because it wasn't even until I'm watching this video that I noticed they had a Krampus figure. That's one of my wife's all-time favorite horror movies. Let's go over some cool pickups I got. All right, I want to go over some pickups I got from the toy convention today. Got some pretty cool stuff here. I got some video games, some movies, some figures, and something else really cool that I really like. Show that off. First thing I got, Gamer Mickey Funko Pop. I thought this was pretty cool. It's not the best condition. It's Mickey Mouse. I love Mickey Mouse. I love Disney stuff. And it's video games, so why not? All right, so we got a couple cool figures here to show off. This is for my wife. She chose it, but I wanted to show it off. Thought it was a little something cool. Small little Halloween Marge Simpson figure. It's Marge as a witch. For myself, something else Mickey related. I always thought this figure looked really cool of Mickey. I believe it's from something called the Mirrorverse. I don't remember if Mirrorverse is a type of game or what. I used to see the figures for it all the time. I used to think this Mickey Mouse was so cool looking though. Fantastical. All right, now let's get into some of the movies I got. I picked up Dog Soldiers on DVD. I've heard about this movie. It seems pretty sweet, so I'm excited to watch it. I think it's like a war movie mixed with werewolves. So that seems sick. Super stoked to watch that. Next up, we have Creepshow on DVD. I've never seen Creepshow either, but it looks pretty cool as well. I know it has like a few different horror stories. I think it has like 5 different stories to it. I don't know, it looks creepy, looks cool. I've heard decent things about Creepshow, so I decided why not. The last DVD that I got, Little Monsters on DVD with Fred Savage and Howie Mandel. This will be cool to jump back into, give it a shot again. Super stoked to get that. Here's one of my favorite pickups of the day. I have the first movie on VHS, so I was pretty stoked to find this one out in the wild. I've been wanting this. Pokemon the Movie 2000. So stoked about this. I remember I saw all 3 of them in theaters. I saw Pokemon the first movie, saw Pokemon the Movie 2000, and Pokemon 3 the movie in theaters. So now all I need is Pokemon 3 the movie to complete the nostalgia, but was super stoked to find this. Next up, we're going to get into some games. I got 2 PlayStation 1 games and 1 360 game. Monsters Inc. Scream Team. I'm a huge Disney fan. I'm a huge Pixar fan. Love Monsters Inc. Another one of my favorite animated movies, one of my favorite Pixar movies, so you know I had to pick up the game. I used to have this one when I was a kid. I don't know what happened to it. I need to check my parents' house because there's actually a good chance that I might already have this, but buried somewhere in my dad's closet or something. Next up is another game I used to have. I like this movie a lot as well. This was a fun one. Super excited actually to play this again because I used to love this game. The Emperor's New Groove for PlayStation 1. Super stoked to find this out in the wild. I had so much fun with this game back in the day. Next up, we got a 360 game. Already had this game for the original Xbox, but I saw it for 360, so why not have it for the 360 as well? Probably a little bit better gameplay on the 360. The Godfather. You know, I love my mafia, mobster games, my crime games. I can't wait to hop into the Godfather games. As soon as I'm done with Mafia, the old country right here, I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. It's a really good story. The voice acting is so good. It is very story driven though too, but for me that's not an issue. That's a fun one. A couple of the last things that we got here. This one right here, this is my wife's holy grail of the day that she found here. She is super stoked to find this. She's a big Simpsons fan. It's one of her favorite cartoons along with Bob's Burgers. She was so excited when she found this, so she had to have it. The Simpsons movie, the music. So it's like the soundtrack for the Simpsons movie. And look at this. Look how cool this is. Open it up, and it's a donut. Comes with the case, which is Homer's favorite donuts right here. Let's see. Case opens. We have the CD inside of the case. Look how cool that is. She was super stoked to find that. And it still even has like the little manual with it too. This was really cool. She was super excited to find that. So that's her pickup. So this was my favorite find of the day. I'm so super stoked to have this. I'm a big South Park fan. My wife actually found this and dragged me over, and I didn't even hesitate to buy it. Now this is a pretty rare collectible item. It was only made for Comedy Central employees. So apparently there was only 250 of these ever made. I forgot how, but somehow this guy came in contact with it. A South Park snow globe. Look how awesome that is. Look at that. Man, I was so freaking excited to find this and to get it. This is so sweet, man. This is super cool. Again, apparently this was only handed out to Comedy Central employees, and there was only 250 made. So to have this a part of my collection, I couldn't be happier. So that's it for our pickups from this trip. It'd be cool to go to more of these conventions, find some more cool pickups. Yeah, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one.